Just think about the question. Remember, it's a question testing your logic. You ready? Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world? How you doing, man? You alright?
I'll try to look at what it is.
Yeah, you're welcome, my friend. Anything you disagree with or agree with or?
Just curiosity.
Okay, what do you believe?
Atheism?
Really? Why?
Because I'm Marxist.
Because you're...
Marxist.
To the right place.
But why do you believe... So you believe the universe created itself and we all evolved from monkeys and all that business?
No, I believe human created God, rather God created.
Why do you believe that?
I believe human created God.
Why? Let me just stand here.
Because, because you constructed God in your mind.
No, why do you believe that?
Yes, because every day you're a man, right?
I'm a man, yes.
You're a humanity, and you create every speech you give will be so-called God. It's conception in your mind, right?
Yeah, but I could say the same thing for you.
Yes, of course. So it's human created God.
Well, no. So let me understand something. Do you believe this universe created itself?
I think human created the universe in their mind.
Man created the universe?
Yes, the idea of universe.
Do you believe the universe exists?
Yes, the human believe the universe.
No, do you believe the universe exists?
Yes, I'm a human, yes.
So, why do you believe the universe exists?
Because I'm a human. Because I'm a human. I constructed the universe in my mind. Already constructed.
Say again.
Because I'm a human, I already constructed the universe in my mind. Because I'm a human and I already constructed the universe in my mind.
So if you were in a room and you've been in this room all your life, would the universe still exist?
Yes, because I already constructed.
No, you wouldn't know about the universe. You're in a room. You've only ever known this room.
Yeah.
Does that mean the universe wouldn't exist?
I wouldn't give that situation like a hypothetical situation because I'm not really in a room, right?
No, but we're dealing with reality.
Okay.
So would the universe exist if you were in a room your whole life?
Maybe. I don't know. I
Yes,
never
yes.
have an experience.
Okay, let me ask you a very simple question. Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world?
I'm not that time period. I don't know. You shouldn't ask me.
Listen to the question.
Yeah?
It's a test of your logical capacity.
No, I don't think.
Listen again. I'll say it again to you. Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world?
You shouldn't ask me. I know that situation. It's like if I ask you whether God exists before you believe it, if God exists.
Before I believe it, yes.
Why?
Because God exists whether I believe it or not.
So you think, so if does God exist before it exists?
No, I'm saying whether I believe in God or not doesn't affect whether God exists or not.
What I'm saying is that's a hypothetical situation. I wouldn't answer.
No, but the point here is this. I'll ask you the question. Don't think about the question and answer before you answer. Just think about the question. Remember, it's a question testing your logic. You ready? Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world? Think about it before you answer.
This is not situation. It's a hypothetical question.
No. It's a reality question.
It's not reality. The reality we already discovered, right?
Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world?
It's any mountain is possible. It depends on different people. You should ask me about that. You understand? Because if you live in China, it's that mountain. If you're in Argentina, it's different mountain, right? You should ask me
because
about
we're talking
that.
about. Okay, what's the highest mountain in the world?
I never checked.
No, right now, what's the highest mountain in the world?
I don't know.
Okay, so I'll help you out. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest, yeah?
Then?
So that's the fact. That's the logical fact. That's the empirical fact.
No. Empirical fact is different from logical fact.
No.
Which fact?
No.
do you believe?
Well, if something is higher than something else, logically it's the highest.
But the high is the concept of mankind, right? How many matters is concept of mankind rather than concept of nature?
Right. So if something's highest,
Yeah.
it means there's nothing higher. Agree?
It's highest by mankind, but human knowledge is its highest.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are you a human?
Yes,
And are we talking about your knowledge?
yes,
So it would make sense to talk to you.
yes, of course. By
Right.
human saying it is highest.
So human beings
Yeah,
have measured all the mountains in the world,
yeah.
and the highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest.
Then,
Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world?
it depends on different people's knowledge. Because you're talking about the people's knowledge, right? Rather than so-called objective fact.
I'm going to end the conversation. I'll tell you why. No disrespect. Your rationale is completely flawed. But I'll give you the answer anyway, yeah? So the highest mountain in the world, before we discovered Mount Everest, was Mount Everest.
Because you already know it, and you are not the people who don't
we
know
haven't
which is
discovered
the
it.
highest mountain.
No. Whether you know something or not doesn't change its reality.
You can ask the 15th century
Do you
people to
understand
answer
that?
that question.
Do you understand that? And we're in the 21st century, not the 15th century.
Well, you are talking about this now.
No, what's been demonstrated to you. That was fun. Okay, so my man here, he was a Marxist, I think Chinese, communist, atheist, and he believes that God is man's construct, and which is fair enough. But then he went on to say the universe is man's construct. So then I'm saying to him, well, do you believe the universe exists? He says yes, because of what we've learned. Okay, but if you had lived in a box your whole life, would the universe still exist? And he's like, I don't know. So then I thought, you know what, I need to test this guy's logic, because, you know, you're going to waste your time going deep with people who can't get basic concepts. So the basic one was this. Before we discovered Mount Everest, what was the highest mountain in the world? And the answer is very clear. It's still Mount Everest. Because it was the highest mountain in the world. It is the highest mountain in the world. Whether you know it is or not doesn't change the fact it's the highest mountain in the world. Which means your knowledge is irrelevant to reality. Your belief is irrelevant to reality. Just because you don't know something, you don't believe something, doesn't change the absolute reality of that thing. Standard. So if nobody taught me about God, doesn't mean God doesn't exist. Again, welcome to Speaker's Corner.